Why isn't everything completely blank? No planets, no atoms, no universe, just nothing. We could imagine a reality that is entirely empty. Why isn't it? It would be a lot simpler if there were just nothing. So why is there something rather than nothing? This classic question has a classic answer. There is something rather than nothing because there cannot be nothing. Moreover, there cannot be nothing because some part of reality cannot not be. This part is self-existent. It exists in a maximally robust way. Could this answer be true? In this video, I will briefly summarize a relatively new type of argument for this classic explanation of existence. This argument is a modal cosmological argument, which proceeds from the possibility of an explanation or cause or ground of things to an actual self-existent reality. Now, while I have seen seeds of this argument going back to the 13th century philosophy of Duns Scotus, the most rigorous formulations are very recent, and they make use of 20th century developments in the logic of possibility. Here, I will introduce one version of the argument as a way to illustrate this general type of argument. This version came to my mind while reading the preface of Rowe's 1997 edition of the cosmological argument. Rowe's argument is about actual explanations. As I read his argument, it occurred to me that we can run a related argument from the mere possibility of an explanation using the latest logic. So here's a synopsis of one version. Let's begin with definitions. Let a contingent type be a type of thing, like a laptop or iPhone or tree, that could have members but need not. By could, I mean consistent with the necessary principles of reason, such as the law of non-contradiction or the basic principles of mathematics, etc. So for example, the iPhone 2000 is a contingent type if there could, consistent with reason, be such an iPhone, and if there could, consistent with reason, fail to be such an iPhone. Finally, let us say that a type is instantiated if something is a member of that type. For example, the type iPhone is instantiated if there are actual iPhones, which are members of the type iPhone. We are now ready for the argument. Premise 1. For any contingent type, there could, consistent with reason, be something that explains why that type is instantiated. For example, if there could be unicorns, there could be something that generates unicorns, thereby explaining why the type, being a unicorn, is instantiated. Notice that this premise doesn't require that there actually be a cause. Maybe you are open to the idea that some events could happen without any cause at all. This premise allows for that possibility. If some event could lack a cause, it could equally have a cause. That is all that is required for this argument. Premise 2. The type, being contingent, is a contingent type. That is to say, no principle of reason entails that there must be contingent, non-necessary things. From these premises, it follows that 3. There could be something that explains why being contingent is instantiated. Premise 4. Contingent things cannot themselves explain why being contingent is instantiated. That would be circular. It would be like a chicken producing itself. And we can stipulate that the notion of explanation in view here is not circular. From 3 and 4, it follows that 5. There could be something that is not contingent. 6. There couldn't be something that is not contingent unless something is necessarily existent. Now this premise follows from the following principle of possibility. 6a. Whatever is inconsistent with reason cannot be consistent with reason. The formal deduction of premise 6 from 6a is in the description of this video. From all these premises, it follows that 7. Therefore, something is necessarily existent. Now, I've only supplied the bare bones outline of the argument. For more details about this type of argument, including my discussion of various objections and motivations for each of the premises, feel free to check out the links in the description of this video. So, why does this matter? Here's one reason. If there is a necessary part of reality, something that is self-existent, it exists and it cannot not exist, then there is at least one thing that is stable and unshakable. This stable and unshakable thing can then provide a firm foundation, an anchor for everything else. Seeing this anchor can help you see why reality isn't just blank. Reality isn't blank because it includes this foundational, incorruptible kind of existence. which serves as the ultimate anchor of everything. I hope this video serves you in the development of your worldview. Thank you for watching.